Good morning, Scary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. And these are, I'd like to say my thoughts of the day, but they're not. They're from the other side. I don't have these kinds of thoughts. I don't know why. Maybe mediums don't have these kinds of thoughts. Anyway, I'm writing on a book this morning, and someone says, and I'm pausing, having a little cup of coffee, and someone says, "Thanks for the memories." I thought, oh, that's interesting. And they started playing the song, "Thanks for the Memories," da 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 da. Bob Hope did a movie in 1938 called The Big Broadcast, I think. Isn't interesting? I'm talking about memories, and I can remember that memory. They're on a boat. There's some kind of a boat race or something, ship race, not a boat, ship race. And the difference between a boat and a ship is one's larger than the other. And they're going across the ocean, and he has this long, long song, "Thanks for the Memories." And it was a hit, and it became his theme song for the rest of his life. Whenever he went anywhere, the first thing he played was "Thanks for the Memories." I thought that's a pretty good memory to have. And then someone said it's not about Bob Hope, it's about that most of our lives are spent to some degree reliving memories, some good, some bad, that are triggered by things we see or hear or experience. I remember when I had a dog like that and blah, 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 and because you see someone with a dog like that on the street. And I'm using that example because that's in the book that I'm writing about a dog that does something similar to a dog that someone else had. And I'm guessing that's where they came up with the idea for this video, which I didn't come up with. Should get that credit, but I can't. So most of our lives are the cushion of your life, the part that doesn't make you go crazy, the part that helps keep you sort of sane is the cushion or buffer or sense memory of things that have happened before. And it seems to me like that we have too many that are not positive. So when you are sort of forced by your brain, large brain, to relive bad memories through something triggering it, those are the ones we need to eliminate if we can. I tend to only remember the good stuff. In my history, I remember very little. As a medium, I don't know, I just don't store up memories for some reason. Like a bad battery. But someone will say something, used to say something that had happened that was bad, and I said, "Yeah, I don't remember that. I just remember the good time. I remember the fishing trip and things like that." I'll give you an example. They're showing me my memory for something I can give you to talk about sense memories that are good. My wife and I were watching a show that is about state rangers, I guess you might call them, where they look after the wildlife of the state of Texas. Game wardens, there you go, came out. Game wardens who drive around in trucks and they arrest people and they make sure you can't shoot this or do that, or certain laws that govern the state of Texas where animals are concerned. Isn't it interesting? In the state of Texas, you can do jail time for doing anything to an animal, but not so much that other stuff. Anyway, we're watching this game warden show and we like it because the people in it it's a reality show and the people are very honest about what's going on. No, you can't keep alligators in your bathtub. There's a lot of humor there. and the scene flashes upon a lake. It really wasn't much of a lake. It was really a pond that existed in a town that I used to live in when I was a child. And I said, gee, and I put a pause, because you can do that now. Said, I got second place in a fishing contest in that lake, and I got a huge bag of candy. One of the other was a big bag of candy and some fishing gear because I won second place. The truth is, there weren't any fish in that pond anyway, and anybody that caught anything was suspect. One guy had a fish tiny bit bigger than mine, but I think there were only 2 fish in the whole place. There was only 2 fish that were caught that were significant. Mine was not significant. So watching this game warden show 50 years after that event, at least 50 years after that event, brought up a great memory, a great sense memory of what it was to stand there and get an award. I thought, oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty good stuff, because I never win awards. Somebody always gets them, and I'm sure there's a reason for it. And maybe I'm just not supposed to win them. I already have so much good stuff in my life that maybe somebody else could use that. But in this case, and I had really bad equipment. I mean, really shoddy equipment and a few lures, and I managed to pull in 1 fish. We were living in the town at the time, so it wasn't a big deal. Daddy took us down there. My brother and I fished. I think he did too. I think it was just the guys that day. And I remember that sense memory like yesterday. But the bad things that happened family-wise, I don't seem to remember any of them. They don't seem to have any. If they don't have any purpose in my life today, they're not there. I just don't. I'm just blank about it. Which is what my guys are saying, that the bad memories that happen, one should ignore or forget, because they're in the past and they mean something, but they shouldn't mean anything. We remember that bad time. I remember being in a car with my mother and brother and sister, and I saw the future. I was really small. And my sister had just been born, and she was sitting on the front seat. My mother was driving this old Ford 1939 Ford. My brother and I were in the back seat, and I saw the future. I saw a car hitting us from behind, and I couldn't say anything because I didn't want anybody to know that I did those kinds of things, that I could see the future. And a car did come around the corner and hit us, and we all got injured, and the car was totaled. And had I said something, would it have made any difference? Would my mother have believed me? It's hard to know now. Probably. And later I told her, I said, I saw that happen. She said, why didn't you say something? I said, I don't know. And that bad memory in my lifetime has been turned into a positive one, even though it was really bad at the time. My sister didn't suffer any ill effects. She rolled off to the floor. She put it right back up. She didn't cry. I don't remember that. My brother bit through his tongue, and I hit my head. That was it. And we lost a really bad, stinky old car. But the memory of that has always been a good one for me, because it was the point that I grew up and understood that things that you know you need to say. So I know there's a couple of stupid stories about my history, but it demonstrates a point in that we can choose to remember good memories as good memories. We can also choose to remember bad things that happened, possibly tragic things that could have happened, in a positive light. And my mind tends to work that way. That something that was tragic at the time, over these many years, see, that's 60 years ago, still resonates with me as a positive event. So, thanks for the memories. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.